Hello everyone, welcome to Ray Academy. What a fantastic day to start one of the very crucial topic of discussion optional subject in the civil services examinations, be it Union Public Service Commission or it is a state public service commission like APS. My name is Shankar Ray. I'm the founder and chief mentor of Ray Academy, having experience of more than 8 years teaching and mentoring thousands of aspirants and helping them to crack the examinations. So today's topic of discussion in this live session, we are going to discuss what are the exact importance and significance of the optional subject within the entire civil services examinations. Okay, so without wasting any time, let us continue ahead. Now, in the UPSC Civil Services examination, as I have divided that our main focus is on optional. So before that, I'll just give you a brief of the examinations. Now, the examination has in total three stages. One is prelim stage, then another one is main stage, and the final one is interview stage. Okay. So the prelim stage is more of a objective type. Main stage is more of a written type. That means you have to write down one answer. And interview is sometimes it is also known as the personality test. So today we are not going to discuss about the pattern of the examinations. Rather, I'll be more focusing on this aspect, the main examination, okay, which is of written type. Now, in the main examination of the written type, what we have exactly the different types of papers you have to go through and you have to write down the examinations. So what exactly happens once you clear the prelims examination, you are qualified for the main examination to appear. So once you qualify the main examination, then only you can appear for the interview. And interview as it is a final stage. So based on your particular mark or out of the total mark, you will be, if you are selected, then you will be given a rank and accordingly the services. Now you must be aware that UPSC Civil Services examination, why it is known as civil services, not a civil service one, is primarily because the civil service itself has more than 21 services. Okay, like for example, IAS, Indian Administrative Service, is one of the part of the UPSC Civil Service. Then IPS, Indian Police Service, is another part of the UPSC Civil Service. Then let's talk about IRS, Indian Revenue Service, is another part of the UPSC Civil Services. So like this, there are 21 different types of services. How do you get the IAS, IPS or IAS? How it is decided? It is decided based on the mark, final mark. Okay? Based on the final mark, number one. Accordingly, your rank is calculated. Okay. And of course, category is one of the factor, like for example whether you are a general category or a reserve category. So these are the factors which determines whether you are going to get IAS or IPS or IRS or any other service out of more than 21 services which is available inside the UPSC civil services examination. Now uh, let us talk about, I'll just delete those things what I have written, okay, so that it is easier for us people to have a detailed discussion on different types of aspect. Okay, I think that is sufficient as of now. Now let us talk about the main examination. Now the main examination itself has a total 1750 marks, which means 1750 marks of questions. So you have to understand this prelim is like a gate. Okay, so the prelim is like a more qualifying to the main examinations, because as I told you, the final rank is not dependable on the prelims, rather it is dependable on the two stages. One is main exam and the one is interview exam. So interview is a very less mark, 275 marks. Okay, but what primarily impacts your rank is the main examination. Okay, so which itself is 750 marks. So if one student can achieve maximum marks out of this 750, then definitely he or she can get a good rank or be even be possible to into the IAS stage. Now, interestingly, all the toppers, like for example, rank 1 to rank 10, so if you try to analyze, their pass percentage varies from 50 percentage to 60 percentage. Okay, so I'm just giving a 10 percentage of range, but primarily it is like approximately 55 percentage, 52 percentage, approximately that is the rank holders marks. Now, what exactly inside the 1750 marks? There are two papers. One is qualifying paper A and another one is qualifying paper B. Qualifying paper A and B are language papers. Okay, that means one is your local language according to the schedule of Indian Constitution, and another one is English language. Okay. Now these are qualifying marks, which means this is not included in 1750 marks. Okay. Now, but you have to qualify in order to clear the main examinations. So what are the most important part? This essay, general studies, four papers and optional subject. Now essay, general studies, there are four subject, four papers, one, two, three, four. And there is one optional subject which is further divided into paper 1 and paper 2. So this is what is the structure of UPSC Civil Services main examination. Now in the next further we are going to discuss the percentage or the weightage allocation. Now let us start to discuss about the mark distribution which we are having. Now here, as I have told that we are having the papers or the subjects which are counted as inside the mark. One is essay, general studies 1, 2, 3, 4, and one optional paper which is having two paper. One is paper 1, another one is paper 2. So total it is 750 marks. Now can you see that now essay is 250, general studies is 250 marks, 250 marks, general studies 3 is 250 marks, and general studies 4 is also 250 marks. But what exactly is the optional paper? The subject to optional paper, for example, political science and international relations is one optional paper, which is of 500 marks. Now that is approximately 29 percentage. Can you guess? That is approximately 29 percentage. Now each of the subject above containing 250 marks is approximately 14 percentage each, and the optional subject itself is 29 percentage. Now, what it has been observed that if you do not do well in the optional subject, it is very likely that you are not going to qualify, or if you qualify, then you may not get a good rank to be in the top services like IAS, IPS, or IRS, or Indian Foreign Service also. Okay. Now, that is the reason why the importance of optional subject is immensely crucial, that many students, many aspirants, they think that okay, let me prepare for the general studies only, and the essay, they think that it will be okay, and they primarily ignore the optional paper. And some serious aspirants, they do focus on the optional, so that eventually it is also observed that they are qualifying the particular examinations. But focusing only on the general studies will give you one part of the story. If you really want to qualify the examination, the main stage, you must focus on the optional subject. Okay, so that is the scenario for this is for the UPSC examination. Okay, let me talk about the next exam that is of state level, which is APSC. Now in APAC Combined Competitive Examination. Again, this is also according to the revised syllabus. We are having three stages. One is prelim stage, another one is main stage, another one is interview, or we say it as a personality development, personality test. Okay. So, as my intention is to make you aware related to the optional subject, so I'm not going to discuss on the prelims or the interview or the other part of the main except the optional paper. So prelims is objective like UPSC. You have to first qualify the prelims examination. It is like a gate. Once you qualify, then you are entered into main, then interview is there. Interestingly, here, unlike UPSC, here there is a little bit change, or I must say addition of one subject. Okay, so that means prelims is not going to be counted while selecting your rank. It will be only main and interview. Now let us try to understand. So there are two qualifying language papers. One is paper A and paper B. Language papers for the people who are preparing for APSC can vary many. Like for example, Assamese language, Bodo language, Bengali language. Please find out the notification official so that you get to know what are the local language which are allowed in the examination. And paper B is all about the English. Okay. Now let me erase so that we'll be able to understand in a much more better way. Now here we also have essay paper. We have general studies 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now this 5 is a new addition which is not available in not in what is this 5 paper? This is Assam general studies. Okay. Now as the nature of the papers, these language papers are qualifying, so definitely these are not going to be included in the total marks, which is 2000. Okay, in UPSC it is 750 marks, in APSC it is 2000 marks. Now we have four general studies paper, 1 2 3 4 5. Sorry, we have five general studies paper, 2 3 4 5. Now also we are having one optional paper, paper 1 and paper 2. Like for example, political science and international relations itself is one optional, but it contains different two papers. Now, let me also show you the mark distribution. Interestingly, when you try to observe that we are having one essay paper and five general studies paper, 250 marks each. Okay, 250 marks each. Now, optional paper itself is 500 marks. Now, when we try to understand the percentage, it is approximately 25 percentage of weightage. 25 percentage of weightage is only the optional paper. Now you can clearly see that how important it is to prepare for the optional paper. So if you try to ignore the optional, that means 500 marks is gone. So if you want to be in a rank, let's say the people who are in a top rank gets ACS, Assam Civil Service. Then the next rank they get APS, Assam Police Service. Then Assam we have land and revenue. Okay. Then inspector. So there are different types of services we are having in APSC combined competitive examinations. So the people who qualify to the top rank, let's say to qualify to the ACS rank, they must ensure, or the people who desire to be in the ACS or APS, they must focus on optional paper. If you try to ignore the entire optional paper, it is very likely that you may not even qualify the main examination. Okay, so that is the reason why of the importance of optional paper is immense and very much which is also a deciding factor to get a good rank in your examination. Now with that, I'll also try to tell you the psychological factor. Okay, what happens the aspirants do they primarily focus that let me clear the general studies paper. Then once I finish the general studies paper, what happens? I have a brief time between the prelims exam and the main exam. So I'll prepare for the optional paper accordingly. So that is a very mistake and blunder what they tend to do. Now, unless and until you are an extremely genius like Einstein, you cannot finish the optional paper, paper one and paper two within a very stipulated time period of, let's say, 2 to 3 months. Okay, you must prepare for your optional paper well ahead of time so that the duration between prelims and main examination will act as only a revision. Okay, so you must not read a new things, rather it will be like a revision. Already you have started the optional paper and now you are going to just revise the things. So this should be your focus on the point to discuss on the general studies as well as the optional paper, and especially the optional one and the importance. So my encouragement and advice to all the aspirants who are watching this live video: make sure that you are uh, going through the optional subject well, and you are choosing one of the optional subjects well, so that you get a very good rank and good marks in your examination. Now, with that, let me also highlight that we have started a couple of courses. Now, please visit to our website. Our website address, you just can search in the Google, or in the URL ray.academy. Okay, so the URL is here. I have already mentioned the URL. So you can see that there are different types of courses we have started which are very affordable, and I'm going to mentor you personally in the optional subject of political science and international relations, which is one of the most favorite optional subject as well as the mark scoring optional subject, which has been taken by many of the toppers in the UPSC as well as the Assam Public Service Commission. With that, thank you so much for giving time and today's live session. Please do let me know in the comment section, or maybe in the number which is being provided, if you are having any kind of query, any kind of questions related to the civil service preparations, so not only related to the optional but also to the general studies as well as the interview, anything which, if you are having, if any doubt if you are having, please feel free to reach me directly. I'll be available to guide you and personally mentor you. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for watching. And do not forget to comment how you have liked the video. And if you want me to cover any specific topic or any specific query which you are having, so please do let me know. Next time I will try to cover those topics as well. Thank you so much.